they are absolute upgrades. They are absolute changes to that. So just so you know, that's kind of what the overall view of today is. I'm going to do one last shot at this, and I'm going to switch over because I then start for sure at 10 after. So I want to just give us one more minute here on my clock to just see, is there any other topics, any other questions that you want to add to our question list today before I flip over to a little bit of a program. So we've got some slides, and then we'll kind of go back and forth with some share time as well. So any other questions or topics? Thank you, Michelle Hall. She likes my hat. So yes, ladies in red. I know it's the red dress from, American Heart, but this is what it's all about, ladies. Be beautiful, ladies in red. That's what we're developing. That's where we're moving you up the ladder. So very excited about this because this is truly, actually, I just had my 18th anniversary as a sales development manager. I started on January 3rd, 18 years ago. That's weird to say, but it's true. And so I just got to say, the reason I truly came here was because my passion was so ginormous to produce stages full of district directors. So I'm excited for the next, I'm not staying another 18, but let's just say at least the 10, 12 years ahead of me, I've got left to give from my heart. We're going to focus on those red dresses. So I'm super excited about that because that's about you. So, all right. So Happy New Year, everyone. I want to thank you for an amazing 2017. I'm pretty stoked to see what we ended up doing in December, how we fared over the year as a general market, finally all coming back together to be one Amber region, and really just spreading Jafra joy across the United States. I want to say thank you so much for teamwork. What a joy it was to work with you all weekly, to get feedback, to also be able to just say, see everybody on Zoom. I appreciate the Aspire Club series of time that we had because those coaches really got us into some great systems. And it really was a time that we discovered Zoom. And thank you, Lori Alley, for all your technology support, all your Facebook support, because I really think we found some good systems in a year of, oh my gosh, how do we take the whole United States as one team and really grow? And we did. And to even be number one, even though it was 1 month so far, we got a chance at December as well. You know what? That's all it takes to start really getting excited. I'm not about being number one. That's not how I really roll. What I want is the whole United States to be in growth. And that is everybody working together as a family. But it is fun because we're by ourselves. It is fun to be able to say, hot dang, we're doing this. So anyway, so thank you again for that. For those of you just tuning into the recording, for those of you joining us as a future leader, if we've not yet met, my name is Jackie Geisinger. I'm your Sales Development Manager for the General Market, Team USA, and the Amber region. And I'm just going to kick off a little bit before I go to the slideshow that what this webinar is about. This is the action planning webinar. It's taking the action from a leadership scope, a time that you literally look at your calendar and say, do I have a plan to achieve the goals that I want? Goals do not happen without a plan. And every goal that you achieve can lead you to your dreams. So it's really about making sure you're mapping out your time wisely to do those influencing people activities, which is what leadership is. And so as we take that action brochure, I love what Jafra's done with the action brochure. I think they're getting really good at it, if you want my opinion. But my ultimate favorite is the beautiful story in the front page of our action. I will probably never throw these away because I want to give these to everybody. But it's such a great story. And I really want to just say kudos to Scott because he really brought us through Ignite, the whole thing about storytelling. And so we're going to show you just some new ways. We're going to create some tools this year to help you tell more stories. Because some of you probably remember the story of the person who sponsored you. And then we share that story and we connect to people. So again, as we just take a look at the action brochure, I'm not here to read it to you. You can watch that from Wednesday night. But what I do want to just spotlight, not only just the awesome t-shirt and the collection, I can't wait to get the tote bag as well. But yes, this is the t-shirt I already had a chat about. The sizing, I ordered a large, but some reason I got an extra large. So thank goodness it's cold. I can wear a turtleneck. They actually run really true to size. They are a woman's cut, but true to size. I would never order an extra large, to be honest. I was trying to show you my sleeves, but I can't because there's no seam. But they really do fit well. So personally, I would probably wear a medium or a large now that I have it. So just so you know, where typically I have ordered larges or extra larges in the past from the t-shirts we've had in the last year. So this one I'd probably go to my true size, which is medium or sometimes large for the length. And they're quite long. I don't know if I can stand up here, but they are really long. I mean, this is really, really, really long. So I just want you to see that because, of course, it came in the chat box. So the key that I want to focus on today in our opening is talking about leadership. Leadership is where the perks are. Leadership perks are only going to multiply and multiply and multiply. Oh my gosh, 3 times bigger in income for every leader, the way we're changing our compensation plan. We're making it so that we see more ladies in red and district directors, because we know that's a career game changer. That's the opportunity for every woman to say, I want to do what I want. So this is again about leadership, the power within. This whole year. So as you sit here today, don't multitask. Take this in for you. Take this in to say, okay, who am I? It's January 2018. What is this year about for me? Where do I want to land by year end? And how do I want to begin? And what do I have to do different on a monthly, on a weekly, and a daily activity situation? What, setting my goals, planning my hours. You don't need to work days and days on end. Pick the hours you work. Stay true to influencing people, because people grow this business, not dollars and not product. It's the developing and relationships of people, because they're also connected to more people. When you serve well, they'll serve you back tenfold. So that is really what we're here to be about today, is connections, meeting people, being there for people, and being amazing at what we do. As a Jafra consultant, developing our clients into referrals, our clients into hostesses and leaders, developing our consultants into successful entrepreneurs, whether it's just a couple hundred a month, a couple hundred a week, or a couple hundred a day that they need. The goal is to unveil their wishes and dreams and coach them and mentor them along the way till they get it and believe in them. And then taking our leaders all the way to the top to ambassador. No limits, all about opportunity. So as we talk about this, if you're here as a DM3, did you decide Africa's yours? There's 26 winners from the United States. So you got to decide. You can't kind of be halfway in with 1 foot in and 1 foot out. If you don't have eligibility to be in Africa this year, you know what? Decide that by the end of this year, you will be at least a DM3, so you have the option next year. Because, oh my gosh, go to Cape Town? I don't know about you, but that's a bucket list. So again, really take leadership for what is sitting there for you. It really is the kickoff to what Paulo says on page 29. Again, I'm not here to read, but really read that again and again and again. This to me is what I will be hanging in front of me every single day this month, maybe all year, to talk about the new year, the new plan, the never seen before opportunities. Many of you have been here many years with me. We've seen programs, promotions, bonuses, incentives. We've seen it all. I got a lot up here. I've got a lot of different, books and brochures. But what I see is the complete deal. Literally, Paulo and Scott and Mauro and your Jafra team took history, took the advice of our brilliant President's Club from last year, and they really went to town and pulled it all together. So that when you talk about Jafra, you know you have the best program in the world. I think it's already the best, but boy, oh boy, if you don't tell the whole world about the leadership program, you're crazy. So I'm just saying. So again, take Paulo to heart. As we kick off this year, becoming a Jafra leader has never been this good. If you're here as a future manager or you're listening to this recording, I'm going to challenge you. Type in the chat box if you're live with us. If you're listening to the recording, please message me on Facebook or text me and tell us who you are, who your manager is that you're going to be promoting alongside, and what your team name is and your goal date. If your goal is leadership, set your sights on 12 weeks or less. Don't make it any longer, because there's people outside your door waiting for an opportunity. It's about them. So let's get up to warp speed, because we're here to give your family freedom with more bonuses, as you saw Paulo talk about, for promoting, during promotion, after promotion. How about a Zoom card program that even a consultant can earn? How about richer commissions for our leaders? More money when they're promoting groups. Amazing sponsoring bonuses for leaders. Leader is the name of income in Jafra. Our leaders, again, will average 3 times more income with what we're just putting into play. So, all of you on camera, are you ready to have more, make more, be more, do more? All right, let's get to action. Here we go. I'm going to take you over to just some slides. We're going to take you through just some mind food today. Bear with me here. Let me get my camera ready to share my screen. Here we go. All right. And as we click over, let me get you to the beginning of my slideshow. All right. So just take note. I will post these slides, so I'll tell you my process, okay? So my process will be that when I do my webinars, within 24 hours, Lori and I will upload those to WhatsApp and to our Facebook groups. I'm not going to be a big proponent of email reaction, okay? So I just want you to know that's probably not going to happen quickly, because we need everyone to be on WhatsApp and everyone to be on Facebook, because that's the fastest form of communication today, okay? So just so you know, if you don't have my personal information, it's there on the screen. Please write it down, jot it down, put me in your phone, save Zoom with that meeting number. We're not here to change it. Make sure you've got WhatsApp downloaded. And again, text me if you're not in the group. I will be updating all of our Facebook groups, all of our WhatsApp one more time early next week. What we have as well on Facebook, really critical, that you are on both, leaders, both Amber region teams, the consultant team and the leader team. Lori and I are not going to do a lot of double duty of time. I don't want to see Lori posting the leader team and the consultant team the same information. Then why do we have 2? So you're going to see anything that a consultant and a leader should know about for our region, with dates, invitations, information, slides, recognition. That will go to the consultant page, because we will now assume every leader is on that page as well, okay? Part 2, the leader team information is strictly only for leaders, okay? Just so you know. So that if there's a leader meeting, that's where that information goes. I'll put this on a slide just for details in case you're a reader, so you'll see it ahead, but I just want you to really see our action is about doing less busy stuff and more influencing people, okay, activities, including Lori, who's our wonderful administrator, all right? So what I want to do when you come into your action planning webinar and you're setting your own goals and you're working with your team to set their goals, as a coach, as a mentor, the most important thing to do is use tools so that you have repetition and duplication, which leads to multiplication. I don't like to change a whole lot of things. If it's already done, please don't create, because it's here. So this is posted in our Facebook groups. This is the weekly review sheet that we used 2 years ago in the Aspire Club that I just love. This is literally what I used to use when I built my district almost 20 years ago. This is what I used every week with new consultants to new leaders. You ask every time you have a 15 to 20 minute coaching call each week, you're going to ask these continuous questions. I'm not going to read them, but I want you to see the most important piece to an action planning webinar. And I always want to give you as a leader and future leader the tools that will help you bring out other people's goals and dreams that will lead them to leading the life of a business that they choose. So again, you're helping them really review what happened, set up their week, what challenges, we got to face our obstacles, and what do we got to do different, and then what's the plan for this week. If you don't map out the plan, then we just talked, okay? So as we coach this year together on our weekly calls as well, we'll be using tools like this again. Forgive me if it stretched out a little bit. That was my fault, the way I expanded it in the slideshow. But again, it's under one document called the Weekly Review Worksheet. This, again, is planning and tracking to achieve your goals. This is what needs to be done by the first day of each month. You're setting your personal goals, and all the details matter because you're creating your blocks of time based on your goals. So how do we have income producing activities and influencing people activities? It's setting clear goals. So this is how you set your monthly goals. If you don't have them, you've got to take, again, either the last week of the month before it starts or the first day of that month and map out your goals and then map out your time blocks. So how do you do that? It really is setting personal goals and team goals for sales, number of QNCs, your sales income, and your commission check income. You can't get what you want without setting clear goals and plans. So then we want to set up, how do I plan to achieve that? How many parties or personals will I hold and what days? How many prospects do I need to meet? How many new people, new clients do I need to gain to achieve my sales and sponsoring goals? If your goal is 5 sponsors, but you're only going to meet 10 prospects, it's not going to happen. So as you coach, this is where you are helping them see, do their activities align to their goals? Then we write down again their bonus income. So there's 3 incomes. There's sales, their overrides, and any bonuses. You may add bonus items or incentives as well. So right under the bonus income, you could list that. Then how much more in sales will you make in reorders? Okay, so remember, don't just call your customers when you need them. They need you each month. If you think mailing a catalog is going to deliver success, it won't. What's your system of good customer care? Being on Facebook with them, calling them, reminding them, doing a Zoom shopping day with them, and helping them shop and save, be their personal consultant each month. So how do you plan to build good reorder service? You know why? When you're really good at customer care, they will bring you referrals. They will turn to hostesses and consultants because you're building relationships. I love online ordering and sales, but you have to build a relationship as well. Then, what is your number 1 marketing plan this month? You can't be constantly marketing. You just can't. You have to be clear. If you're going to do 1 event a month and 1 business tabletop a month, great. And then what is your goals at those tabletops? Is it to meet 10 new clients, 1 new potential consultant, and 2 bookings? Be very clear. Intention happens when you see it happening. I intend to have this happen. So you display your table different. You actually talk to people different with clear goals before anything you do. Okay? And then again, you set your totals. What's our team totals? You just get yourself to a point of knowing what you're going to do. Now, this is what we tend to forget. We have to track it. So we track, how many appointments did I hold? Week 1, 2, 3, 4. You track it every week. That's the purpose of a weekly call, right? And a weekly appointment with yourself. Have planning every Monday or at the close of Friday to set your week up again. So again, you have to track what you intend to do, or you never intended to do it. Hold yourself accountable, get a power partner, and rock and roll this year. So this is our key tool. All right, here we go. We're going to keep going. So Action planning is about setting up the plans to take action to achieve our goals, okay? So I also, on the action planning webinar, will make sure I bring you any announcements, all right? So let me just give you a quick overview announcements. I like to do this live, and then if you have any questions, please put them in the chat box. And when I come back live, I'll have Lori do a summary of anything that's going on in the chat box that I need to answer, okay? So what I want you to know, just from a home office standpoint, we did have some changes. You may have received an email, you may not. I saw some people did, some didn't. I have things I get and don't get too. So you know what? This is a lot of our system coming. So please be patient and tolerant as we get into all these changes. We're noticing hiccups on our side too because everything's starting to move over. So what we have though is, if you did not know, I always want to tell you, Ivan is no longer with Jafra. He is pursuing another endeavor. I'm really excited about it. I haven't talked to him live, so I don't have permission to share what it is, but I'm really excited about him. I'm very grateful for all he brought to us with the Aspire Club. I still actually believe in that model. It is the model I know that works, and so I love him for that. He was a brilliant behind the scenes brain. Oh my gosh, the man could look at a report like no one's ever taught me. So I'm very proud of all that he gave to us for 3 years, and I know he's going to do great things in his next goals and dreams. Angel, for those of you that worked with Angel Rodriguez, we didn't do an email because he really was a unique role. He was transitionally kind of testing things out, trying different things with us. So we really worked with a vast group. Normally, if a sales manager is no longer with us, we actually do communication to that region. So I apologize. I really did not know what Jafra was doing with communication. So if you got a little confused, he is with another company, as you can see on Facebook. And so if he's messaging you or anything like that, just so you know, he is not with Jafra. But he is already with another company. So again, I learned quite a bit from him. I always value and appreciate every person who works alongside us with Jafra and our family. He brought some really cool stretch the brain thinking, and I'm forever grateful for that. So I just wanted to let you know, we are currently completing some onboarding of a new sales director that will replace Ivan. I am sure in the very near future, we'll have a sales development manager, because we also had another sales manager from Northern California who's no longer with us. That happened in November, which I did mention in one of our webinars already. But Angel was temporarily filling in there. And so I'm sure we will replace that sales manager, and your new sales director information always comes from Jafra first. And then I'll make sure he or she is with us for you to meet. So, and many of you may meet this wonderful new person at the upcoming tour. So I'm pretty sure that's going to happen as well. So we're very excited about that. So a couple other quick announcements for your quick notes. Dallas has been extended through January 9th. So we're very excited about that. We decided to go to the very last date that we could order our meals and do all the guarantees for shipments. There is no exceptions after that, not even a chance, and I'm not kidding. They were already trying for next week's tour today. Not going to happen. So we literally will cut it off there. So so thank you. We did get a lot of feedback that people wanted it past the holidays for income, and so we could bring new January consultants as well, and we listened, and thank you. We also want you to know this will not be live streamed. So if they think they're going to get the information because we're streaming it, no. This is for you with a $49 mini conference going on. No, you go, you get. You're going to get great gifts. You're going to be the first to hear information and some secret information on upcoming marketing and things that are happening. You just got to be there. So you still got time to work with your team to have a Do Dallas day where everybody can get online, they can go out and about and sell enough to pay to be there. They're the boss. So they need to talk in the mirror and say, yes, I'm going, I'm the boss, and it's my year, because it's going to be a big year. Also, we do have, like we said, a lot of information that's only going to be given in Dallas. You'll hear it maybe online, or, you know, we'll put it on our webinars in February, but a lot of it launches February 1st. So we're pretty excited about what's coming for you, but we're going to have 3 kind of segments of launches this year. you're going to see Dallas, of course, is our mini conference. We're going to do another mini conference, kind of live streaming / through the regions about April, May. I can't give you the dates or the month, I should say, just because when we're doing our comp plan change part 2, that is going to somewhat align with our new app as well, the Jeff Wrap, which is coming. So that being said, just know that April, May, we're also going to do another part 2. Then when we're together in Las Vegas, National Conference at the Paris, the first weekend of August, that will be the big pulling it all together and any final finishes to 2018 alongside our marketing as well. And what we're doing to complete Royal Jelly. So very excited, not complete, but another layer to it. So we're super excited about that as well. Remember, everything is about leadership. Leadership, leadership. So grateful you're a leader. If you're here with us today and you're not one yet, go now. So like we said, like Paulo mentioned in the action, promoting bonuses, moving up bonuses, quarterly bonuses, which you already can see in the action, which I'll review with Q&A today, and getting paid during qualifications. Shh, it's back. And the only reason I'm giving you a sneak preview is because it doesn't start till February 1st, but we're going to be kind to those who qualify in January and start it now, okay? So if you're listening, promote now, double dip into cash. We've got some great bonuses coming. And you know what else? It's Miami time. So I wanted to make sure we have announcements for you as we move forward. Bear with me really quick. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to the audience for a minute. If there's any questions that anybody has, I want to just take them for right now, okay? So, and then I'll go into information and help you do some action planning. But let me just stop and come back. All right. Any leader out there, or Lori, anything you see in the chat box that I need to respond to? And just raise your hand and unmute yourself if you've got a question as well.
Evelyn wants to know if the shirt is black and white or blue and white.
It's black and white.
Sure, it's not blue and yellow.
It is black. It's beautiful. So, okay, thank you, Evelyn. All right, Lisa, what was your question?
I have to go, but I went into their consultants, the new consultant who signed up, who got the free kit. She gave me, let me get into her account. I took a screenshot of the order form, no tax, no shipping. It was 0, 0, 0, 0.
Woo! You made my day. I'm so excited.
I sent you the screenshot, Jackie, in your text. Okay,
Thank you so much. Bye. Good to see you back, Lisa. Miss you. See you soon. Okay. Thank you for that. That's awesome. Great news. Great news. I love it. We have 54 people here. I just got to do a woohoo! Happy New Year. Look out, Amber Region. All right. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Did you ever find out about the trickle down effect if the freebie person was also a freebie?
Yep. I have it in my slides as well so people can read it, but it's only one paid gets one free. It doesn't keep going free. Okay. So it's got to be what it is. One paid, one free. Okay. 2 for 1. Join with a friend. Don't do any case dishes without a friend. If I were in your shoes, I'm going to be really honest. My only mentality is you can't join without a friend. Bring a friend because it's a 2 for deal. You both choose the kit you both want that day, and you can share the cost. So it's half price, 2 for 1, right? So if I were literally grabbing my team and blowing this thing up, which I would hurry because you're going to regret that you don't, and it's going to help you with that new quarterly bonus. Oh my gosh, really think about everything you say is no option to join without a friend. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but that's how I see it. This is huge to have a free kit.
The way I've been talking about it is you can get a bigger kit if you split the cost with a friend. Because like if I was brand new, I might not want to spend $99 or $129. I mean, I did, but so that way, if you just couch it that way, if you talk about it as you can split the cost and you both get the bigger kit, then they're like, oh, that's a great idea, you know. So that's what I've been talking about.
So does it
and really, the $129 kit is so good because of all the training. I mean, everything's in there. I mean, I know it's great for them to go order their royal jelly because it's commissionable, but really, let's just focus on get the kit that gets you the instant products for instant success, get all the training and tools you need to go out and build a business. And again, I totally agree. Where are you going to get a kit like that for, my goodness, what is it, 130? I don't know. I don't have my brain, but 75 bucks, right? So with your tax and shipping. So it's pretty amazing. So I agree. So go ahead, Cheryl. I'm sorry. Thank you, Lori.
No, Lori kind of answered it. They don't have to sign up the same day. It's just during January.
You got it. So again, everybody signs up during January with the first kit and the second kit. There's nothing past January 31st. Okay. Now, again, the key is if you look, the key is always fast. Okay. If there's one thing I want to train your calendar on is do as much of your heavy loading the first 2 weeks. Okay. What does that mean? I remember, it's probably 1994, 95, bear with me, but I'm just saying, I remember the day, I think it was Carmen Saucedo, or I don't know if it was Carmen or who it was, but I remember her saying she did all of her sponsoring the first 2 weeks of the month and all of her onboarding and training and welcome parties the last 2 weeks of the month. So everybody got to, in today's world, let's just be today, the $500 by month end. So they earned every gift, and so did you. And they walk away the month they join with a couple $100 in their pocket, kids paid for, $100 cash, and they're ready to rock and roll. So it's not about QNCing with a qualifying order. It's about let's get in, get on, and get moving to profit. So think about as you strategize this year, what do you have heavy duty the first 2 weeks for you and your team to have places to bring people to experience the Jafra products and opportunity? Not that you don't do it the last 2 weeks, but you want to really front load your parties, your meetings, your gatherings, right? So really important to do as much as you can early so you and your team have time to follow up to success to finish the month strong. QNCing still applies, since we're on details here. QNCing still applies for the promotions that you're seeing. So when you look at QNCing, if it says QNC, it is $400 the month they join or the following month. If you're doing Miami, again, or for Miami, a business builder, it's $500 the month they join or the following month. Is part one to the business builder qualifications for sponsoring points and onward. It's not included in business builder. Forgive my brain. I'll come back to that. But for, again, getting your sponsoring 2 points, it's $500 the month they join or the following month. Okay. So, and bear with me. Look up QNC. Is my brain wrong on 400? Okay. It is 400, right? Yeah,
it is for the programs this month. They're
Correct.
saying 400. I think technically it's still 300, but if you want what you're going for, it needs to
Correct.
be 4.
Correct.
Plus, it doesn't make any sense to do 3 at all.
This one, we still have the 50%, correct? At
And
the 400?
400, you
Yes.
got it. 400 is 50%, last page of your action brochure, okay? So, and ladies, all these details matter. If this is what we do on these webinars, this is your monthly leader meeting, as if I'm in all of your cities, okay? So please keep asking these questions. This is why I want to go through information, but pause, because this is for you. It's not to go through slides, okay? We'll get through them so that, and you can read them later, but this is really key. So thank you for being involved in this and all these details. And sometimes I lose it too, because I also know what's going on and what's coming. So trust me, to keep my brain working, sometimes not always good. So to clarify, QNC is for the promotions right now is $400 the month they join or the following month. Okay. If you go to the Be Beautiful shirt, okay, this beautiful thing, it is the month they sponsor this month, and they need their $500 the month they join this month. Okay.
Jackie, I think for Miami that they have to be 500 when they QNC. I'm 99% sure.
No,
To
I already
count
know
for your
it's
extra
500.
points.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
So to get your points for Miami.
Yeah.
Again, that's the third one. So QNC is 400. The shirt is 500. And like I said earlier, to get your points for sponsoring for Miami, it's 500 the month they join or the next month. You have 3 different things here just for right now, okay? We're going to get easier with this down the road. But where does QNC apply right now? QNC, by the way, if you take your action, applies for the leader's cash bonus, okay? That is sponsoring QNCs. So that means they have to join and be 400 this month or next month. So QNCs applies here. The month they join, I'm going to tear my cards out, sorry. The month they join is for your sponsoring gifts, January through March. And then Miami, to get 2 points for every sponsor, which you have to have 10 minimum because they have to be business builders. To get those 2 points, which is 20, then they have to do 500 that month or the next month. Kind of like QNC, but it's 100 more. Make sense? So don't miss those hiccups, okay? So I just wanted to pause and make sure we do that. So Lori, is there any other questions that you're seeing out there in the chat box, please?
No, you're kind of answering them as you're talking, so I think we're good.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
And I just, guys, math-wise, I know a lot of you guys are on 300 still, but if they're at 300, new consultants, it costs them 0 to get to 400. Please do not let them stop at 300 ever again. Because it's
Right.
just, yeah, you just got to get them. It's free. It doesn't cost them a penny more other than shipping or whatever to get that extra $100 retail and get to 50% because of that. Anyway, so do the math if you don't understand what I mean.
Right. And actually, Lori, it costs them $10 less when they do the 400.
Mm-hmm. And let me just, I saw Esther with her hand up, so let's go there and then I'll take Marie's question or her comment. Go ahead, Esther, dear.
It sounds like, and this is how I personally do it, if they just go ahead and do 500 the first month that they sign up, you're covering all your bases. And then like you guys are talking about, I never stop at 300 because like you said, it's actually cheaper to go ahead and get that extra $100 free stuff to use for yourself or to demonstrate or whatever you want to do with it. So personally, I would just 500 covers all your bases and you're done with it.
Agree. Well, and the key is, again, there's a couple questions that are pondering here. So let me kind of tie it all together. So if we go back to the free kit this month, okay, we only get what we expect. Be cautious of words. Say less and mean more. If that makes sense. What does that mean? And the reason I'm saying that, be really conscious of talking about why they join, right? So when someone joins, it's saying, I'm so excited to offer our business, to women. And the way, remember the 4 questions. Let me summarize it simply. There's 4 things people want to know. How much time does it take? How much money can I make? And how much does it cost to get started? And how would I get started? The how you get started, the really important piece to this is that you and your team help onboard the new consultants or welcome them to the team by setting up a way for them based on their time, their personality, and their way that they would love to share this great beauty line with people in their first 7 to 10 days so that they can make a couple $100 profit. Our goal is within 7 to 10 days, you've got $200 income. That's our goal, which is a $500 order. I'm kind of a net person. I don't do gross. So what I mean by that is I want to clear a couple $100. Your kit's paid for, get $100 in your pocket. That way, if you want to invest in your consultant packs, you know why they're smart? They're smart because you make 80% profit. They're not there to buy and qualify. They're there so you can take those, show them if you need to, or just show and sell and turn it into 80% profit. So it's all about teaching money and letting them know that that's what you will do with them. As you get to, that's why getting to the end of the month is a little harder, right? It's a little more pressuring. So for the new consultant coming in as well, if we don't focus on 500, focus on 500, but our commissions is here. The reason we don't do everything one thing the same, this is commission, this is incentive. They're two different things, okay? So as we do this, we're focused on earning everything. We help you find your way in your busy day to do this business because there's multiple ways to do it. You choose the time, you choose the way. We'll set this up and guide you how to do it according to your life and your personality. But we're here to help you make money. So we're going to turn that kit into profit. You won't even see a bill. That's the goal. So you want to set yourself up to be that way with people, right? Because then she's like, okay, I'm going to make a couple $100. Suddenly you took the fear away of what do I have to buy? It's what am I going to get versus what I got to give, right? So again, those are the details. The other thing that we talked about was Miami. Miami is a business builder. And a business builder, because I didn't want to, before I caught myself, I didn't want it to sound confusing. A business builder for those points, those 10 points, is really someone who has $1,500 in retail sales accumulated from the time she starts, anytime after December 1st to May 31st. Okay? It's not correlated to the sponsoring piece to it for points, but she has to hit the 1,500. So again, it's doing as much as you can now so you have time to support her to get there. The only pressure that ever happens is when we're meeting our own deadlines. And all that changes is flipping what you do in the month so you support them to win as much as you, okay? Versus, oh, you got to buy a pack. Make sense? They can to make more money, but it's really about let's get you off to a great start because this is what I do for my team, okay? So from sponsoring, the first one buys a kit. The second one is free. According to Lisa, who just did one with Cherie's team last night, the gal who sponsored, the lady who sponsored, excuse me, did not pay tax nor shipping either on the second kit. That's pretty cool. So we want to talk about a 2-for-1 deal. They don't have to join at the same time, but since you're already coming together, take 5 more minutes and have her think about who she wants to do this with her. And bring a couple of people along because one has to join, the second one is free. They could split the cost, right? Buy one, get one. Now at the same time, if they don't have to do it at the same time, but the second piece to that is, let's say I buy, I free, right? I sponsor a freebie. The next one, now I came in free and I'm going to sponsor someone. Can she be free? No, she has to buy. And then there's another freebie. So the person who got it free, who's going to sponsor, wants to do 2 at a time too. We can't go free, right? It's not free for all. It's buy one, get one, just like any sale, okay? So I don't think businesses would make it on a bow, go, 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 go. So anyway, so make sense? Okay. Again, details are important. Any other questions on these topics? Okay, anything I'm missing, Lori, from the chat? Okay, I have a question for y'all, since we said this. For Dallas, so I noticed a couple of regions are kind of even dressing in color. That's how they do it. That's okay. I like that. I sometimes don't like that. But here's what I got. It just triggered my brain this morning, okay? We've been doing rehearsals and getting ready, and you can imagine all we have to do. But do you think we're the only region all together at the same place. So do you guys, what could we do? And you can text me, we can WhatsApp it, blah, blah, blah. But what do you think we could do to be crazy, screaming? So when they leave, that corporate office leaves, they're like, oh my gosh, this general market is on fire. I don't know that it's the color, because amber's not the easiest color. Okay, I get that. Not everybody looks good in that. So I'm not about that. But what I want you to think about, how would you represent you and your team even? I mean, in the old days, we used to make district signs. We used to, all just come in with noisemakers, pom-poms. They don't have to match. I don't want to buy things, bring them. I'm not creating havoc. Trust me, not my thrill. But what, anybody have a thought in their head? Anything that we could do, or we just all, because we know everybody going, just say, bring your pom-poms, bring your noisemakers, bring your signs to represent your branch, your district. This is about leadership this year. So anything anybody has in their head that they remember or would like to do?
While you're thinking about that, there was a question kind of buried in the middle of a conversation about new consultants' price for conference, or for Dallas, and it's still $69. It's not $49.
Nothing's changing.
Yeah, because they're asking if new consultants can get in at the original $49 rate, and the answer is no.
Everything that's posted is posted as is.
Yep.
You got it. Okay. Okay. You guys think about it. Ladies.
Shafika says to come in singing a song.
Shafika. Have you heard me sing and I'm on the mic? No. No, I'm kidding. I'm not close-minded. I just hate to take over Scott's song. You know what I'm saying? It's an awesome song, and it's kind of his deal. So I'm sure that will be playing. But we could get to know it really well, right? Something like, if you got to cheer for the Amber region, great. Put it on Facebook, make a live video, and we'll all follow it. So y'all think about it, okay?
One thing that just popped into mind was we used to have some button that said, "My future's so bright, I have to wear shades." We could all wear shades. Some cool sunglasses.
Well, there's a couple things. It's about leadership. It's about money, right? It's about team. It's about fun. So keep chatting with me.
Ribbon.
I saw Pat Clover. Let me grab her, and then I'm going to keep going. Go ahead, Pat.
I was thinking about ribbons, like strings of ribbons tied, and it's real cheap. We could spin them around like that. We could use amber color too.
That's true. That's true too. That would be
That's what I was thinking about.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Is amber out there?
I don't know. What color is amber?
No, that's my point. It's like, what definition is amber? That's so funny. So I love that. That's good. Perfect question. You did it right. So, I mean, the other thing is we could just all bring pom-poms. I'm not as, it's got to color coordinate as, just be yourself. Let's bring signs, noisemakers. I am about spirit. I want them to know we're ready. I am so grateful for all they're putting in place for us, because it's exactly what we need, what we love, what we want. So we'll put the mantra out there, but if you get an idea in your head, pop it to me. I'll get the message out once we finish the clues to the registration, so that we've got everybody included, okay? So thank you for that. I'm gonna go back. So Lori, I'll let you do the muting, and I'm gonna take myself just back to a couple of slides and keep us rolling, and I'll come back and share. And thank you so much for interacting. That's my favorite part. Remember, this meeting is for you, and that's really what this is about, to make sure you're clear. So I did see one question, forgive me, to just go back one more step. Anne had asked, what's the difference between a QNC and a business builder? Again, the QNC is the new consultant who qualifies, like it's always been, a qualified new consultant. In the month she joins, for the next month, she has to have 400 retail. A business builder is what fast start consultants are, but it's during a trip qualification from December 1st to May 31st. They have to achieve, no matter when they join, they must hit the $1,500 retail. All your details are at jafraroyalty.com under the Miami, okay? So go to events, click on trip, and look at the qualifications there. Okay, so here we go. What I want to give you, get your calendars out. I want to give you some patterns. I'm going to try to be as patterned as I can, as often as I can. So Jafra Beautiful, your webinars that Jafra is going to deliver to you, we're starting to get a pattern with Jafra. The first Monday of each month for the general market, it is at 4 p.m. Pacific, is the monthly business meeting. Notice this week we had a holiday, so we do not do a meeting on a holiday or a webinar, and we don't host them if it's day 1 of the month. Just from a corporate standpoint, nor would I, we don't have everything running at the home office that way. So that's why we will pick a different day if it's not the first Monday of the month for the first week, okay? But the goal is the first Monday of the month will be your corporate from the marketing team business meeting of the month. The first Friday of the month, today at 1 p.m. Pacific time, will be the product training. So 4 p.m. Pacific for the business meeting for you and your consultants to be on. And then the product training of the month will be the first Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific. That's going to stay consistent. The second and third Tuesdays is Connect the Dots. You can see all of these listed for January at Be Beautiful on JafraRoyalty.com. But I wanted you to start to map that out to align to what I do, to what you do, to what we do, okay? So next, coming in February, the new Jafra Biz. It's here. I'm so excited. I can't stand it. Got a lot of training on this from December, and it's going to rock and roll. I want you to know what's coming. Save these dates. They're listed at JafraRoyalty.com. It's listed in the action, but you have to get your team there. I cannot email and call 40,000 consultants. So again, we need you to drive your consultants here. This is so that all of the training about Jafra Biz, they have attended. There's 15 mini modules already, but we've got trainers that are going to be there showing them with a slide presentation and Q&A alongside myself and Lucy from training to answer any questions. It's gonna be intuitive, it's not scary at all, but we want them to feel confident. So please communicate to your team. We did it at multiple different times of the day. So we've got Monday the 22nd in the evening, 5 to 7 Pacific, Lori Alley and Evelyn Abernathy. Wednesday the 24th, this one's in the morning, 8 to 10 Pacific. That will be Debbie Sassi and Carla Spurgeon. Friday the 26th from noon to 2 o'clock Pacific. So this will go across all the time zones, Cheryl Sykes and Marie Menard. So again, have them looking at the little mini modules and bring them here for this empowering training. We will be doing some of this in Dallas again, but we're not spending 3 hours on anything. It's going to be very short, very brief, because we've got Zoom and we've got the modules now. But we want you to just have a little bit of update when we're live in Dallas. So next, I just want to continue with calendars. You're going to get monthly calendars that I will put everything in print in one place. I post these on Facebook. They also will come in the 1 or 2 a month emails I do, but that will be on Delay Switch, okay? So you can always see these calendars at the consultant Facebook page. So again, this will be posted for you. You will see all of our Zoominars. You will see all of our meetings and everything that we do. This is also something that you can duplicate. I only do things that you can model. So again, the goal is maybe this is something you want to create for your team as well, so that they can see your calendar. Maybe the parties you have on your books. Let's go back in time, ladies. The parties and meetings you have on their books so they can do training alongside you. So again, creating a calendar always helps. What you see different is we do have 2 webinars in yellow, which is our leader meetings. Because I don't get to go out everywhere in the US, I'm going to be doing leader training and gathering like we're doing today 2 times a month. One will be for the first quarter, the first Friday of the month. I can only live by a quarter because my life could change with Jafra the second quarter. January, February, March, first Friday of the month will always be this action planning webinar. We'll tweak it as we go to your needs, as I discover them or you share them, but 10 a.m. Pacific. You will choose who a future leader is that you're inviting. What does that mean? A future leader is someone who will be invited by you as a guest. She has the commitment to promote to manager in the next 12 weeks or less, and you can then bring her back if she continues sponsoring. We're going to be intentional, okay? So you can invite her back again, or him, if they keep sponsoring. But have clear goals and expectations so that they come as your guest, okay? I'm not sure who all ended up joining us. I know Elizabeth and Sabrina were with us today. That's Rockstar, that's awesome. If you're here as a future manager, your goal is to promote out in the next 12 weeks, type in the chat box your name, who your manager is, your promotion date goal, and the name that your team or branch is going to be. We love that. And leaders, you can always let me know who you're working with too, because I love to always just message them. The second webinar is the 16th. So you will see that there. That is a goal achieving. We have action planning and goal achieving. 10 a.m. Pacific. They will be on the 16th during January, February, and March.
Jackie?
Uh-huh.
Can I ask a question about the calendar? It says the Dallas tour for the distribution center. It says 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Is there 2 tours, 2 different times?
No, on the website at 11 a.m. it says everybody be at the hotel ready so we can start shuttling, because we're going to have to take a variety of shuttles because of so many people. And then they will start the tour officially no later than 1 o'clock. But we've got to get everybody there and over to the location.
Okay, because I had somebody that was coming in Thursday morning and they thought that they just needed to be there by 1. So that's correct? If the tour actually won't start till 1?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, you're fine and dandy. And then we've got our meetup at 6 o'clock at Bar Louie at the hotel.
And the tour, they let me know that we will be back at the hotel by 4:30, so you'll have a little bit of time in between.
Correct. You got it. Okay. And you will have a little bit of time as well on Friday in Dallas. If you do want to change into banquet clothes, you're welcome to do that. Okay. You just, if you're going off site, to leave site, go get ready, come back. You're not going to have a lot of girly time for that. But if you want to bring your clothes there, or you want to, you know, do something quick and be ready, if you go back to your hotel, just know that you will have a little bit of time in between, because some people do want to get into that banquet look. Go for it. Don't feel like you have to. Okay. So, okay. So this will be, what you're seeing is Mondays will move to all the Move Up Mondays. All of my coaching groups, I have 3 separate groups. We will be very intentional on our 60 minutes each. So I will start those on Monday. There are those who have been district directors or, you know, in the past or are currently. That is at 8 a.m. every Monday, unless it's a holiday or I notify you I'm on vacation. So you'll notice the 15th of the month is a holiday, so we won't have it. At 9 a.m. Pacific are those who have never been a district director before, but they're striving to it. And then at 10 a.m., I have a task force that I'm working with called the Dirty Dozen that is exclusively for that group. So that is my choice of a team that I'm working with right now as a task force. So I've got 3 different coaching groups. You only come on 1. You don't ever need to be on more than 1. Then in the evening, right now from 6 to 7 p.m. is the Miami Movers. The morning is for leaders who are what I call accelerators. They're ready to accelerate by promoting teams, developing leaders, promoting teams, and sponsoring. Our focus is moving up and quarterly bonus. Every quarter promoting new leaders, and every quarter earning that $500 cash bonus that you all deserve. So we're going to focus on sponsoring and influencing others to sponsor. Those are our IPAs. That's every Monday on Zoom. In the evening, Monday night, it is no longer for consultants and everybody. It is for Miami, because this is our top priority to develop new leaders. So from 6 to 7 p.m. Pacific every Monday night will be all leaders and consultants who are earning Miami, because we're going to stay very target specific on that call. There's got to be one focus, and that's it. We will start in February other Zoom meetings that will go 1 hour prior to, from 5 to 6 p.m., which will eventually, I'm waiting for corporate to do it, because we're all going to do the exact same meetings, which will be opportunity meetings that we're going to model for you, and then you're going to have them. They're very groovy, cool. For the first time in 30 some years, I'm so excited and stoked to do opportunity meetings, live in person and online. Best thing I've seen in ever in Jafra, by the way, in an opportunity meeting. I'm super stoked. We'll be modeling them for you. Then we'll give you all the content so you can keep doing them as well. So we have hundreds of opportunity meetings going on across the nation on Zoom and in a room. And then I will be modeling new consultant onboarding. How do you onboard new consultants? So you'll be plugging people in while I'm doing train the trainer. We will let you know when we have that officially ready. Right now our focus is Dallas, so please know all of our peeps are working on that, but we will be bringing that to you with my new calendar in February. So again, you will see that all of our coaching now is on Mondays for any group that I have, and I typically will be traveling, just so you know, the second week of the month, where am I here? Typically, the first and third week of the month, forgive me because January is unique, the first and third week of the month, I hope to be in the field into different areas. And the second week of the month, I will stay here and work in Minnesota and any place I can drive to. And then the fourth week of the month, I'm going to close the month with you. And I will typically travel Tuesday through Friday, okay? So just wanted to give you a little bit of an update and a view of what's ahead. What will I be supporting? So bear with me as I go through this, and I will send this so you can read it, but just a quick overview. The reason I do this is because it's a model for you as well. I don't like to change if things work, and I really used to love what Jafra did in the Total Manager Guide, which is what I think you do with your BIR. I do the same thing with leaders. I look at the accelerators and what system do I have to support them. I just shared it with you. And then I also am available for accelerators to have a one-on-one should they want that anytime throughout the month. For the Renew and the Reveal Squad, all you have to do is ask. I'm also available as a guest speaker for the Accelerator group. If you ever have a meeting and you want me to pop on as a guest speaker. So those are the systems that I have in place for accelerators. For the builders, what I call the B team, that again want to grow, but they're not, promoting branches every 90 days or focused on the sponsoring bonus. That's not their wish or goal. Great. Then they want to grow and build and are comfortable managers who are super happy in their life and love where they're at. They want to stay a manager and maintain. I call that the comfortables. I love that too. For our builders and comfortables, you've got 2 webinars a month. We have all of our support with Facebook, with WhatsApp, and those are my 2 priorities, that everything will be done in both places. And then I will continue texting more one-on-one, phone trees every week to leaders and to those going to Miami, emails once or twice a month. And again, I'll reach out by telephone as needed. So I just want you to know this is my system, my focus on Ladies in Red, producing district directors all across the nation, and our DDs we have moving up to ambassador. So this is literally my ABC system. The purpose of me doing this, I hope you've got your system of support for training, coaching, and communication with your ABCs. I'll come back to questions in a moment. The webinars, the training that we do, I already explained it, but we have 2 a month. The action planning webinar, like we do the first Friday, it'll be the announcements. It's where leaders get all their details like we did today, any updates, anything you need to know. And it's there to help you plan your systems, your time, and set your goals. Then we go to part B, which is goal achieving. That's the 16th of the month for the next 3 months. What we're going to do there is where I do live recognition. I will look at our recognition. I will choose our top producers from the previous month, consultants and leaders, to come on and share with us. This is, again, we've got 2 weeks to the month. What do we have to do to reach the goals we set for the whole month? We'll have hot shares of success. I'll be tracking and trending who's having a hot month, not even the past month, and you'll hear from each other, okay? So I'm gonna divide it up so we don't have hours and hours and hours at a time. And we're gonna do them segregated that way so that you've got 2 each month, where again, you might have questions that have been appearing, etc. So that being said, again, who is a future leader? Because you're inviting them. It's someone who has said to you as an accelerator, I'm committed to promoting in the next 12 weeks or less. Okay, you choose to invite them to the webinar, or anytime I'm in a city with meetings for leaders, they can come as a guest and they can continue coming as long as they're sponsoring since the last time they were with us, okay? So it's about keeping them moving forward, not just showing up and getting information all the time. Then they're building, they're the B or C team, okay? So we're gonna just set those standards. For our meeting support, which will kick into gear, I did not do it because of Dallas and the Zoom meetings that we need to do this month, but starting in February through the month of May, I'll start crafting my calendar where I'm going. And I will be, when I travel, I'll be holding leader and future leader meetings either late that afternoon or the following morning. And so you'll know my locations for that. That is, again, you inviting future leaders. Or maybe I see a consultant who's not attached to a leader who's doing well, I may reach out and invite her too. So, you know, again, just keep that posted. I want you to invite them. It's not open for everybody, okay? So just so you know. Opportunity meetings will be done for the first few months as a model in every city. Leaders will be involved doing a little product demonstration table. And the opportunity meeting, they are 20 to 30 minutes maximum, all right? And so they're gonna be super fun. We're gonna spend our time helping people right there, sign up, get onboarded. It's all done in one night. Your role will have a place then in the cities I'm in to bring the guests, all right? So it's, again, getting those muscles working. And then you'll be able to take over and do these opportunity meetings every week, every month as you choose. Then again, like I said, I already talked about our goals with adding another hour into our Monday nights, but that will not start till our content is ready. Our overall goal is promoting leaders, moving up leaders, growing our new consultants to earn the iPad and the Royal Jelly, building district directors, and we're gonna have a year of train the trainer, doing things and modeling for you, then giving you the content so you can go do it yourself. So we're expanding what we're doing versus relying on Jeff or relying on a region. All of you can go do what we're modeling and training to, okay? And I will also be choosing 1 to 2 cities a month where I see population growth of new consultants and leaders hosting Ignite meetings. So I will be watching that, but you all have the content to do the monthly business meeting, but again, make sure you do it in person, because I think you need product experience, a place to bring guests, and a place for recognition. You have all the content to do Ignite meetings already. It's on Facebook, we've recorded it on YouTube, so it's there. So take a look at, you know, how will you bring your team together, you know, next year. So or this year, excuse me. I will also start to add in 1 Ignite meeting in the month, and I may have the Dirty Dozen hosting another Ignite meeting due to time zones, okay? So because there isn't a perfect time when you're dealing with, you know, 4 different time zones across the USA and Hawaii. So we wanna maybe have 2, but I wanna really involve different people to do them, not just me. So just so you know, that's our meeting support. Regional communication. These are the emails I will be doing. They're plugged in my calendar. So this is important for you for call out days, phone trees, emails. Who are you calling as a part of your service plan? My regional support will be a new consultant welcome email. My goal is to make them feel a part of not just Jafra, but then the region. Then they've got your welcome. So I will do that with a welcome email with a link to get them connected to Facebook, so they're always in the loop of information. I will also do a welcome call to new managers and the promoting managers and invite them if they would like any one-on-one time to help them grow to the next level in the next 12 weeks district manager. I, again, will add the new managers each month going forward to our Facebook groups and to our WhatsApp groups. Okay, I'll get everybody caught up for now, but I have systems now in place to do that, now that we know those are the systems we're sticking to. I also send emails to the leaders that have 2 or 3 grace periods, and I do copy the upline. If they have gone former at the beginning of the month, I will send an email to them and copy the upline. The goal is when you get the email and it's one of your team members, be sure you do the outreach call. I don't want to be you. I just want to support from the region standpoint, the company standpoint, and have you be that lead. So again, I will always know that when that email goes out that you're that touch tone person. I'm always available, again, for any consulting that you need. Also, consultants who are in their last months, they're at month 10, 11, or 12, Jafra is doing some communication, and I will do one more follow-up email as well. So, and again, I do typically send that to the leaders as a follow-up email as well. So that's a heads up that you have some of those consultants. Then I will also be sending the top selling and sponsoring consultants the email newsletter, hoping again to drive them to Facebook, that they were in the top in the region. They will get that newsletter, and I will be announcing our top consultants, top leaders on Facebook Live, and throughout our Amber Region consultant team and leader teams. So some recognition will be for leaders only, some will be for consultants. If it's for consultants and leaders, it'll always be on the consultant group page. The Miami Movers will have a separate WhatsApp group, and then there's just the regional leaders group. Dirty doesn't have their own for the task force, okay? So I really have 3 groups only that I will work with on WhatsApp. So basically, I wanted you to know my expectations of communication. I only do this boring information one time, but I believe if you know what to expect, then your system aligns to it. So forgive me for going through stuff, but I just really wanted to make sure we do this. And if you're ready to go to Miami, ready to earn those bonuses, we'll have live networking and brainstorming and training on our Mondays, okay? So our recognition, I will continue to do drawings when we achieve our monthly team goals. Hope you do the same with your team. You set goals and you celebrate wins along the way. So we'll be focused on 61% of our leaders achieving their monthly order goals, celebrating new and requalified branch promotions, and those achieving the sponsoring goals. And when we achieve our regional sponsoring goals, we will continue early bird order achievers and early bird sponsoring achievers. The sponsoring done on the consultant page because it includes them. The order achievers will be done on the Facebook group, okay? But I will announce the winners there. I'm going to do the drawings live while we're here on our webinars because we have them on the 16th and the first Friday of the month. So we'll do it together here. Monthly newsletters, again, will be posted, plus the slides from our 2 webinars. They will be posted, the slides for the leaders and the newsletters for the consultants and leaders, okay? So they can see their name and lights too. So those will go out on Facebook. Again, I will put them together in an email once or twice a month. So please get your leaders, every leader, on Facebook and WhatsApp as well. Again, I wanted to take a pause, do our drawing, and come back for any Q&A before I go into just our final little segment of slides for the month, just to make sure you've got your goal set. I'm not here to give any more information, but I wanted to take a pause and do our early bird drawing. I am really proud to say that you were the 2nd highest region in sponsoring for the month, so that was awesome. You also hit 155 new consultants for the month. Our goal was 261, so we didn't achieve it, so we won't do a drawing for that, but it was a good month. Here's what's really cool. There were 75 different people sponsoring. So that's pretty cool. And there was also, with our Miami Movers right now, I've got a list, which I'll post over the weekend. We have 45 consultants and leaders committed to Miami that said yes to be on the Miami Mover team. They're all in the WhatsApp or have been invited to WhatsApp. And out of those 45, 18 are consultants, and most of those consultants are only 1 to 6 weeks old. So that's really exciting, by the way. So again, during the early bird time, because we did 10 winners, the 1st to the 15th, I decided to add 5 more bonus achievers for early bird part 2 for December only. And so when I did that, we had out of that group 75 of the new consultants came in part 2 of the early bird. 107 people sponsored the 155. Sorry, I read my own notes wrong because I just got it this morning, so forgive me. But anyway, I think that's pretty cool. But you're noticing a lot of people sponsoring 1, which is great. We want to start that process with consultants. So you will have that recognition on the 16th. But we had 75 people who entered the drawing. We had some who did more than 1, with 2 sponsored during early bird part 2, the 16th to the 31st of December. Nadine Davis, Betty Davis, Hina Geffers, Donna Hayes, Jan Iverson, Linda White, and Linda Wright. I love my Davises and my White Wrights. So I just got some words going on there. It's fun. We have with 3 sponsors during that time, Linda Hartley. With 5, Beverly Singleton out there, consultant with Mentori Briggs. She loves a trip. I know that girl. So pretty exciting to see that happening. So we're going to stop my screen really quick. Actually, that's okay. We're going to get out of here. And we're going to go to my website. Bear with me. And we're going to go do the drawing. So I have my list up. I am doing random.org. I am doing a random number generator from number 1 to 75. And we're going to have 5 winners today before we go to our closing. The first winner that we have is number 62. And my number 62, bear with me as I scroll my report, and winning number 62, our first prize giveaway Royal Jelly package that will go out today. It pays to sponsor 5 is Beverly Singleton. So congratulations, Beverly. All right, we have our drawing number 2. Let me hit generate. And this one is, oh my gosh, number 65. Okay, let me go grab who's right down from there. Of course it's her. Oh my gosh, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's her. Beverly Singleton, number 2. Okay, here we go. Let me hit generate. And winner number 3 is number 40. And number 40 on our early bird part 2 is Janie Hughes from Texas. Great job, Janie. Congratulations on sponsoring and winning. And we're going to hit number 4 is number 8. Let's see who this was. All right, number 8 in my list is Kim Boucher from Massachusetts, District Manager Level 3. Congratulations and thank you, Kim. And our final 5-pack winner is number 18. And number 18, bear with me, Nadine Davis from Michigan. Michigan, you pulled this in with 3 winners. So congratulations and thank you for sharing. So I just want to wrap up really quick with our Zoominar, and then I will stay back on for Q&A. But let me just finish as we close today, the tools you have and the goals you can set. So the last thing I wanted to just share on a tool, because I'm trying to give you the systems so you can create yours with your team, is we always talk about BrownieLocks.com. But in today's world, storytelling is it, just like we started today talking about stories. So I believe, Jafra, has to be fun on Facebook. You want to set your days you're going to post and get a rhythm of keeping people engaged with your page, right? So how do we do that? We can use social.jafra.com, absolutely. But I've taken BrownieLocks.com and I've given you some ideas on people to go pamper or, treat for the month. I've given you some ideas on what you can do on a post in parentheses. And so based on the national days, weeks, monthly holidays, people that are celebrated from all the things across the nation each month. My goal is I will get this to you at a couple of weeks before the next month, okay? Because I don't want you to get it at the beginning of the month and then you're like, oh shoot, I just missed it. So just to give you an example, something you could do coming up, it's National Show and Tell Day at work. So you could talk about the best part of your job. I want to show and tell you about my Jafra business. That's January 8th, okay? It's also on the 11th. I'm not reading all these, but I'll give you a couple examples. It's National Milk Day on the 11th. So imagine Jafra Cleansing Milk is your focus of the day. This product is amazing because here's what it does, but the Sonic tool makes it even better. Order today off my website and enter a drawing for a free milk. I mean, have some fun. Give a carton away, okay? So you can do a lot of fun things here. We can even do something fun, like it's on the 24th of January. It's National Compliment Day. You're going to see me do this on Facebook myself with all of you. Let's do a Paint It Purple Day. Pack a bag, pack some sachets, and why don't you and your team go out and just notice great things about people and invite them to a Jafra party this weekend that you're hosting in the area. Invite them to do a 3-day sachet just for being as amazing as they were that you noticed. So I put a lot of different thoughts into this on what could that be for you and your team, postings on Facebook, reasons for a party, or reasons to pamper people like the soccer coaches. Go do a foot party, honor the soccer coach in front of the soccer players. I don't know, I'm making it up. But rather than talk about it, it'll be in a calendar for you to plan and prepare for the next month, okay? Get fun, get social, and let's get out and talk to people, right? So that's another tool that you have. So all I want to close with as we end the action, then I'll stay on for Q&A, is a couple of things that you see in the action brochure. And again, this is looking at the action in the mind of a leader or a future leader. I love these cards. When we come back on the 16th, we're going to talk about how we're using these cards. So I consciously want you to take them all and challenge your team to come up with ways between now and the next webinar that you're using these, okay? And how can we share that story? That story just, oh, it's one of my favorite stories about Jafra right there with that cute girl. So again, read about it in the action, bring it to life at your business meeting on Zoom or in a room, and brainstorm. This is where you could break them into teams. This is where you could talk about Red Stamp. The reason you have people at a meeting, not just Jafra's business meeting, is you bring something like this to life. Let them brainstorm. Let them come up with ideas from redstamp.com, social.jafra.com, and these action cards. How can we use them? What can we do with them? And then they report back their success each week, and they come together. So again, I challenge you to do that at your meetings, and we'll come back and talk more about that next webinar on the 16th. Next, as you have these business meetings on the 3rd, which will now become the first Friday, maybe you and your team get on and listen to that so you don't have to duplicate that because it's already online for the consultants. But you bring them together with recognition and activities like we're talking about here at your team meeting. So again, think about at your meeting. They can watch all the marketing, right? But then have those products on demonstration. So as guests are coming in, you're demonstrating the hot products and they can go watch more training online. So watch it together and then stay on and talk about what did they learn, and then involve them and delegate them to do some of that live at your meeting. So think about that. Set your monthly team meetings with goals. How many in attendance, how many consultants, and how many guests are they committed to, and how many will we have. So set team goals from one meeting to the next. Again, invite them. Maybe do drawings for everybody who's on the live webinars, just like the product one today in just a short time. Then, as you have the deluxe count, the planner, the Jafra Deluxe Planner, again, when you see this in the action brochure, instantly take time to plan your action. Go on your reports, see who this is, map out your hours that you're going to call them and talk to them. Go live on Facebook and recognize who's halfway to their agenda. Okay, so think, how am I going to train them to get it in month 2 or coach them? How am I going to notice them, recognize them, and inspire them to do it? They should be your priority calls because there's a what's in it for them. Just like, sorry, I'll come back to that thought in a second. Just like the t-shirt, right? Because the t-shirt can even be for new consultants. If they join this month, they have 500 this month and 500 next month, they can get the t-shirt. If they sponsor someone with 500 this month, they can get the t-shirt. They get one, but who's going to get this? The key is to find out who's going for it so that you know who to coach and train each week together. And then you can do a WhatsApp and Facebook group and share your ideas. Again, how do you get them to 500? Sponsor as early as you can. Have open dates for grand opening parties, and make sure they know the expectation is to help them get to their first 500 towards Fast Start the month they join. So they've got a couple $100 to pay their kit back and cash in the kitty. Okay? Now, this is the key with the bonus. We've talked about it, but just a visual for you. You need to make sure every leader in your downline has been called to know about this promotion. Whether you think they can or can't, believe in them. Set up a strategy and a call with your district each month to help them strategize how to do this, or invite them to our Monday calls. The key is $500 is $2,000 a year. Don't leave this on the table. Don't look at your past, look at your future. How are you going to do this different? You need 2 QNCs each month yourself and 3 that come from your team. All right? How will you train? How will you coach? And how do you plan to recognize those who sponsor every month? And when your team hits 5 every month, will you do a team drawing like we do? How will you celebrate those who do 500 plus 1? Or, right? So again, make sure you've got your recognition, training, and coaching system in place. Remember, we talked a lot about this. I'm not going to talk about it. If you have more questions, be sure to contact me. But this is unheard of. Join for free. One joins, the other is free. So why not do every case issue or opportunity session with 2 people? So when she joins, they split the cost of their kits together and go for the big kit, right? And again, don't forget, sorry, this is a collection. This is January, February is the tote, March is the keychain and pin. What else could you do for those who earn all 3? Do something fun for the consistency, all right? So just here to tweak your brain to make it fun. This is cool. Don't forget to go to jafrarealty.com. I love 6-month recognition. This is what will be done in Las Vegas. We'll do last full year in Dallas. So excited to really kick this off. How do you earn the bonus? How do you kick off strong recognition as a leader? It's the sponsoring bonus, right? And promoting teams. So Miami's here. We're in month 2. So get your gear on, get your plans to go, get your sunscreen, July 12th to the 16th. We've got, again, qualification periods are here. I'm not reading this. It's at jafrarealty.com under qualifications. It's here in the PowerPoint if you need it to use. But again, this is how you qualify to be eligible to go, and then you earn points. Again, we already explained all these details, how to earn points, but you need, for you and your consultants, how do you plan to get the points? It has to be mapped out each and every month and now each and every week. So know how many you're earning, level 1, 2, or 3. And again, that's the airfare is at level 2, airfare at level 3 for you, but also add a land package for a guest. That's someone who is non-Jafra. Okay, they're not a consultant. You can see examples that you can help your team with. If you have consultants or you're a leader going to Miami, we're going to do this together. You don't have to do a separate coaching. You're the follow-up. We'll be doing this every Monday night, like I said, at 6 p.m. Pacific to 7 p.m. Pacific. So we're going to do this together. Remember, how do we get them to Business Builder? It's always what's in it for them. We're going to help all our new consultants earn Fast Start Part 1 and Part 2 between now and May 31st. All right? The key is go back and have your team refresh their mind on how to sponsor. Going into the Sponsoring Beautiful modules are awesome. Let's all hit refresh, retrain with the 5 steps to sponsoring. Mapping out those weekly plans, setting up how will they meet enough prospects each week at parties, personals, tabletops, and out and about so they get their sponsoring goal. If they don't plan it, it won't happen. Then where are they going to invite them? What are they going to take with them to show them the opportunity? If you can, model with them on Zoom or in a room. And then what are their hours for follow-up and their plans and dialogues? And then how are they going to bring someone else along and duplicate? Remember to use the tools, leaders. Don't make more work this year. Less is best, right? Use your sponsoring brochure as the guide to help them how to sponsor. Get ready with your 90-day guide. Each week you work with your new consultants in their first 12 weeks for 15 minutes a week. Just use that as your guide. Do myjaffraclient.com. Don't get rid of people unless they say, I don't want your services. Use Ignite once a month with your team. If we do it online, great. If not, please fill it in. And there's nothing better than live people touching. Make sure you go back and see what's in Beautiful and have your team go through graduation this year. Be social. And again, let's try to get everybody doing client direct, not ordering through you, because the app is going to change the face of our business. Coming soon. Jaffra Biz training is key because it's new. Get your team with us the week after Dallas and have them watching the modules. Involve them at your meetings. Talk about what they're excited about. Remember to end every conversation with, who do you know that? And let's look for leaders and accept consultants. All right? Remember to be conscious of your minutes, your mind, and what you do. Let's do influencing people activities, not office activities. All right? So you have these slides, but take a look and check yourself every day as a future director and future ambassador. Did I influence enough people today? Or did I do busy stuff with my hours that I really do want to work? You don't need to work all the time, but manage properly. Have systems for tracking. I don't care what they are, but you got to track and follow up because you're the brand, right? And people will turn elsewhere if we don't follow up. I want to say again, congratulations on amazing team unity. Teamwork was what 2017 was about. Now it's different in 2018. I am so excited for all of you. This is the Jaffra program I love. And the reason as I close is because I literally just earned all the bonuses Jaffra ever had on the table. And before you know it, I was a DD. I didn't say DD and it felt overwhelming. It was like I just earned every quarterly bonus, like sponsoring. I focused on what Jaffra's bringing you coming in Dallas. I just went for the cash. I went for the cash. I went for the cash. And before you know it, here came DD. And right behind me was another DD and another DD ready to roll. And that is what is ahead for you. Stay very focused on influencing people activities. As I close today, and then I'll stop the recording and go live for Q&A, now is the time to take control of your destiny. Now is the time to take action. Your past is gone, but your future is not written yet. All that matters is your desire to get more out of life. This is from the author of Millionaire Success Habits, Dean Graziosi. So I say thank you for being here live. I love the attendance today. That means you're as ready as I am because I'm so excited to get together every Monday again and see you all in Dallas live. So keep on chatting, keep on communicating on WhatsApp and Facebook. You're the reason those things work. It's all of us together, not an I, it's a we. Thank you again. And I know it's going to be an amazing 2018. So we're going to stop the recording. And I say thank you again. We'll upload this on WhatsApp and Facebook. Have a great week. We'll talk to you next on the 16th and see you in Dallas on the 18th.